bad policies.
No. What else? See, you're jumping to policies.
But it is bad policies. Wait a minute.
No.
If I lead a company,
The underpinning. Hold on, wait a second.
If I run a company and I'm the CEO of the company, if the company improves or doesn't improve is based on my policies. I'm the head running the company, the department. If it doesn't improve, it's because of me.
Patrick Bet David brought on this woke idiot Roland Martin, this race baiter, this race grifter, Roland Martin, onto his show, the PBD podcast and the Valuetainment YouTube channel. And Patrick Bet David absolutely put him in his place. You can kind of get the vibe of the video just from this still image that's on the screen right here, where Patrick Bet David is just dominating the conversation, dominating the debate, and Roland Martin is basically just admitting defeat by the end of it. Let's get into this clip here where Patrick Bet David puts this race baiter, this race grifter, Roland Martin, in his place here live on the PBD podcast.
27 out of top 30 cities in American crime ran by Democrats. Why?
First, I will tell you. First of all, it's where African Americans are living. So let's bring up Chicago in particular. What you have had in Chicago is you have had some of the greatest racial segregation, not in 20 years, not in 30 years, but literally in 100 plus years.
Led by Democrats.
No, hold on. Here's the deal, though. Okay, I will show you how. Mississippi has the largest percentage of black people in America, run by Republicans, broke as hell. Explain that. Explain me the highest. Tell me when you have. Hold on. Wait.
Don't spin.
No, I'm not spinning.
No, don't.
No. What I'm
Let's
showing
stay
you.
on topic.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Let's stay on topic.
We're
the
on
topic is crime 27 out of 30, not economic. Economic is a different story.
No, it's not.
But I agree with you that we need to get the financial situation.
No. And you're making the mistake.
You went to Mississippi. No, you're making the mistake.
No. Here's the mistake you're making.
27 out of 30.
Here's the mistake you're making. When you say crime, I just obliterated a black conservative in my show on this whole issue. When you say crime, you have to then say, okay, what creates crime? No, what creates crime? What creates crime?
When people are not doing well financially.
What else?
Your surrounding environment, who you're around.
No, what else?
Pick up habits.
What else?
Bad policies.
No. What else? See, you're jumping to policies.
But it is bad policies. Wait a minute.
No.
If I lead a company,
Roland, the underpinning. Hold on, wait.
If I run a company and I'm the CEO of the company, if the company improves or doesn't improve is based on my policies. I'm the head running the company, the department. If it doesn't improve, it's because of me.
So let me.
What else would it be?
So let me lay it out to you again.
Go for it.
When you talk about what is the underpinning of crime, John Hope Bryant, founder of Operation Hope, this is what he said. He said, "Show me a community where you've seen a riot with a credit score of 700 or higher." The reality is, when you talk about crime in this country, you're talking about economics, you're talking about education, you're talking about housing, you're talking about health. Mm-hmm. Show me areas where you do not have high crime. I'm going to show you areas that don't have the same, aren't as compacted. That's first. What you have is, when you talk about crime in places, you then look at what are the numbers of people there, what are the pockets there, what are those communities, and how did those communities, how were they created literally not over 20, 30 years, but literally over 50, 75, 100 years. Now, that was Jim Crow.
How many years does it take to change?
What are you talking about?
How many years does it take to create change?
How
long does it take to create change?
First of all, you're talking about a black in America.
How long does it take to create change?
When you have had, walk through 243 years of slavery, 92 years of Jim Crow, and then you get to 1970 when you are technically fully free, you can't act like all of that before did not impact. The issues that you're having now have to do with not Democratic or Republican policies. It has to do with literally white supremacy and Jim Crow in America. We are still.
Dude, how? I know how. I know that this guy, Roland Martin, is not this stupid. Patrick Bet David knows he's not this stupid. And Roland Martin knows he's not this stupid. This guy, like all of these people, these critical race theory, these race grifters, they always have something to sell. Like they always have some sort of book where they have to convince their audience that they are the ultimate victim, that they can never achieve anything in life because they are black or because they're whatever skin color. And so you have to buy my book so that I can tell you even more about how you can never achieve anything in life because you're black. It's always the same thing, man. It's always the same playbook with these people, and they can never be convinced otherwise because they already are convinced otherwise. They are the counter argument to every argument that they're trying to make. Roland Martin is a successful person. He has money. He's successful. So he is the counter argument to his own argument. Him existing, so he's trying to convince everybody, oh, you can't do anything because you're black. You're just such a victim. You're so oppressed. And he doesn't even believe any of this. He just makes money off of it. It's a whole race grift, man. It's sad to see. And Patrick Bet David's about to put him in his place here.
To act as if we are still not dealing with that, how did housing discrimination take place in this country? Do you know who created it? The realtors. They apologize for it.
Why are you going away from the question?
No, because here's the deal, though. You don't want...
He's going away from the question because he's getting uncomfortable. He's about to get cooked. And so he's just cycling through all of his talking points that he's memorized. That's what these people do. That's what everybody does. Whenever they feel like they're losing a debate, they just cycle through the talking points that make them comfortable. They run back to their little comfy corner and they just, blurt out everything that has gotten them success in the past, that has gotten them like oohs and ahs in the past. And that's what this guy's doing. He's just cycling through all the talking points that he's had success with in the past because he doesn't know what else to do.
Want to deal with what creates crime areas.
You got to realize this. Listen,
I'm dealing with the real truth. How they create it. What you're dealing with is, there are democratic areas. What I'm dealing with is how do you deal with the historical reality of neighborhoods that simply can't be just, we elected one person and they're just going to change it.
Roland,
doesn't work that way.
Roland, I'm Middle Eastern, okay? I was born in Iran, 10 years. My mother's a communist. My dad's an imperialist. We escape. We go to Germany. I lived at a refugee camp for 2 years, okay, with people who are Yugoslavian, Czech, Albanian at the time, and they're all leaving for a reason. I come to the States, okay? I'm a welfare baby. I'm a food stamp baby.
Okay.
Just letting you know, my parents are divorced twice in 20 years. I'm going to Glendale High School. I have a lunch ticket. I would sell because I don't have any money. I'm 6'1", 130 pounds. That should tell you the fact that we don't come from a lot of money. One day, I'm in the school, and my teacher starts talking about politics. Up until that point, when I think about politics, all I think about is divorce. Because I think about my mom and dad arguing all the time. I have a lot of pain linked to politics at the time. And the teacher's going to be a Democrat because she's presenting how rich people are this rich. I'm like, okay, great, rich people are bad. So I come home.
I obviously
13-1. That's the number. That's
dude. I had a whole lot of damn Republican teachers in my life.
Well, I like stats, and the stats are 13-1 is Democrats to Republican. You know the stats. So I come home and I say, Mom, are we Republicans or Democrats? And she said, we're Democrats. I said, tell me why. She says, because the Democrats are for the poor, Republicans are for the rich. So my mom says. You know what I told her? I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Republican. Not because I want to be a Republican. I don't know what the policies are.
So first of all, who's actually for the rich and the poor?
Who is for the rich and the poor?
She said that. She said Republicans for the rich, Democrats are for the poor. Is that you say you love? Is it true or not?
First of all,
is it true or not?
Whether that's true, statistically, more rich people are on the Democratic side today than the Republican side.
But no. You say who are for, not who's rich, but who are they for the policy?
But Roland, this is you. You're smart.
No, you're
yeah. Roland, exactly. Patrick Bet David is exactly correct. You're smart. You're smarter than this. You know better than this. If you look at just what each side is saying, you might be able to say, oh, look, the Democrats, they're for the poor. They're against oppression, all of this stuff, right? But what they do, like, look at their actions. Look at what they're actually doing. They're not none of these people are for the poor, man. All of these people on both sides are for their own pockets. They don't care about you. And Roland Martin knows this. Patrick Bet David knows that Roland Martin knows this. And he's about to cook him on it because he knows that he knows this. It's common sense.
Your mom said it.
I understand. But you're a smart guy, bro. Listen, when I watch you, you're not a dummy. You're very smart, okay? So sometimes John Maxwell says something very important that I completely held to myself. And every time I break this, I don't like it. He said, the moment you learn sales and you learn persuasion, okay? The moment you learn the ability how to persuade, you, me, we learn how to persuade. He says, be very careful to not go one step above that, which is to manipulate just to win all arguments, because you can. You can win any argument if you want to. You can play devil's advocate and flip the argument, play the Republican side, and you make one hell of an argument to beat a Democrat, because you can do that. You have the ability, I have the ability as well. I don't want to do that. What I'm asking you right now is the following. Results. Today,
Yes.
27 out of 30 cities
Yes.
that are ran by Democrats are the highest crime in America. That's stats.
What states are those in? What are those states?
The states are different than the community.
New York, Chicago,
No, but
LA.
but that's not the thing. The state is the community. The city is where.
What are you talking about?
The city you're in is what you can touch. Every year you come up and you say, "Re-elect me. I can
touch
help."
the state. Listen, I am born and raised in Texas, Houston, Clinton Park. To act as if what? No.
Oh, so then what you're saying is, let's stop voting for mayors. They're a waste of time.
No, see,
because they can't do anything.
First of all, I didn't say that. Let me finish my thought. I am born and raised in Houston, Texas. Grew up in Clinton Park neighborhood. To act as if what happens in Austin does not have an impact on Houston is crazy.
You're making excuses now.
No, I'm not.
You're making excuses.
Okay, here's
now.
the deal though. See, it's real easy to say it's excuses when I'm stating facts. And the point I'm stating is
That's not a fact. That's just an opinion.
No, it's a fact.
I mean, it could be true, but I don't understand what it has to do with the argument. Like, this guy is literally just going from talking point to talking point, just spinning in circles. He's not addressing anything that Patrick Bet-David is asking him to address. He's just like saying random things. Like, it's very random what this guy's doing. And he's not like Patrick Bet-David just said, he's not a stupid guy. That's how you know that if somebody like this, he's intelligent, he's well spoken, and he knows he's an intelligent person. When somebody like this is just saying random things like this, that's how you know that they're losing an argument. He knows that he's getting cooked right now on the PBD podcast.
The state of Texas significantly has an impact economically, educationally on what happens in Houston. That's a fact.
Yeah, but
as somebody who as a kid traveled with my mom to rallies and events with the metropolitan organization in the state capitol, I understand.
Did you grow up rich?
Who?
Did you grow up rich?
No, my parents didn't even go to college.
How are you rich then?
What do you mean how?
How are you rich?
Here's how.
How are you rich?
No, here's how.
Yeah.
Because first and foremost, the neighborhood that I grew up in it was one of the first master plan communities by HUD. What you had in my neighborhood was you had folks, first of all, I had mom and dad, one, who also
married
hell yeah, they're still married, 56 years, who absolutely believed in education. Now, what I recognize is, so for me, in my household, what my parents emphasized, never went to college. Then my brother went to Texas A&M. I went to Texas A&M. My sister went to Texas A&M. And so that was our house. What I recognize is that somebody who is next door or across the street or around the corner did not have the situation that I had. Now, I totally get that. What I don't do is be arrogant enough to say, well, I did this. Why can't you? Because I understand that not everyone has the exact same setup, the same situation. What I'm talking about, and this is
but why not give that story of inspiration to say you can get out of it?
First of all, you say, why not?
Exactly. The reason why not is because then he won't be able to sell his book about how everybody that looks like him is so oppressed. And if he draws too much attention to the fact that he is rich and successful, then they'll be like, hold on a minute. You're telling me that I can't do anything because I'm black and because I'm whatever minority group. But you're also that thing, and you're rich and successful, and you weren't born into this. You weren't handed this. You made it yourself. So then they'll stop buying his books. They'll stop paying him money and stop watching his stuff. And that's why not. Patrick Bet-David's completely correct there, though. Let me know in the comments, though, what you guys think about PBD absolutely destroying this woke race baiter, this woke race grifter here, Roland Martin here, live on the PBD podcast. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who do you think won? Do you think PBD won the debate, or do you think Roland Martin won the debate? Let me know in the comments.